Welcome back to DETV's Good Morning Wilmington. Our last guest today here on the plaza is here to talk about the impact of opioid use and suicide, especially as it hits close to home for him. No stranger to DETV or Good Morning Wilmington, he's probably the most passionate. Please welcome the lead singer of the Scott Seisler Band, Scott Seisler. Welcome, Scott.
Yes,
thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yes.
You guys look great today.
Oh, thank you.
I was just telling the crew that we were together last night.
Yep.
Your wife was on the show, Christine,
Yep.
I think a week or so ago, and her play Death Trap had just closed, and we were at the cast and crew party last night when the producer here texted me and said, you know, Ivan wasn't able to come. Computer said, well, looks like I'll see you again tomorrow morning. So here we are.
Yeah.
So
No,
great
it's
to see you
funny.
again.
Matt goes, I'll be talking to you tomorrow. I'm like, what?
Hey, what are you talking about?
Right, exactly. So
Well,
yeah.
how was the event was amazing.
They had
Yeah,
a
it
great
was
turnout
wonderful.
for the show. It
Excellent.
was wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Christine is a superstar, is what she's fantastic. Yeah, she's wonderful. So.
No, and I had the pleasure of meeting Christine on Good Morning Wilmington, and so humble. Really, so humble and so accomplished.
Super
I mean,
accomplished. Super accomplished.
I know this interview is about you, Scott, but real quick, we
sorry.
have to,
But yeah, I mean,
we have
she's
to
been
plug
on
Christine.
30 Rock, Law and Order. She's just fantastic, and the best. She's so humble. You would never even know without even
Right.
reading her bio and all that she's accomplished. So just
Yes.
fantastic. So I know you're watching. Hey, Christine.
Just watching.
So now about Scott. So we want to know about. I know you told me a little bit last night, and you showed me the great video, which we're going to get to. But tell us about how you kind of all got together in the history of the band.
Well, you wanted to know that where music came in my life. It started young. I played the trumpet when I was young. Then through high school, kind of got out of music. Moved to New York in 2000, Christine and I, and we're both trying to pursue acting careers. That's what you do when you get up there.
Sure.
And we had a young lady, Haley, who we cast in one of our shows, and then she started dating this young man, Aaron. So Aaron and I got together, and he reintroduced me to music. And we formed this band called Black Rooster. He was the guitarist, and I was drumming. And we were doing gigs all over New York. It was fun, all original music. And then while we were up in New York, that's when my brother committed suicide. So I wrote a song about it, which was my therapy. And then Aaron had to move off to Boston. So then that's when I said, you know what, I can do this myself. So we put together some more songs. I cut a small album, released Miss the Last, a completely different version than what you're hearing. It was piano, cello. It was very wrenching. And Christine's like, that song's so sad. You can't do that.
All your emotions were poured into the
So
song.
we rearranged it and gave it a rock feel so that it had a little bit of hope towards the end. It's like.
What's the name of the song?
It's called Miss the Last.
Miss the Last?
Yes, it's a song. It's about my brother's suicide. It's about a phone call that was received and a phone call that was missed. Hence, Miss the Last.
Ah, wow. Well, and I commend you for being brave enough to put your, I guess you would say, your experience, your emotions, and everything that you were going through into a song, because not only was it, I would say, therapeutic for you, but you also are telling your story and what the experience was like. And then you never know, there are others that are listening, and maybe they need to hear that. Hey, I'm not alone. Hey, this, I'm not the only one that's going through an experience like this, whether you've lost someone or you're thinking of suicide. So it's important to express that, because you never know who's listening.
That's true, but it was also, what suicide leaves behind is a wake of just heartbreak. But the tragedy continued, and everybody's got a story in it. But after my brother committed suicide, about a year later, my mom passed. She just couldn't get past it, and then 4 months later, my dad passed. So I lost, everybody within 3 years. So that we dove in even harder, and then the band started to see some success. We opened up for Sister Hazel and Sony Hall in New York City. Then we opened up for the Bacon Brothers. So we had some momentum. We had a couple festivals planned, and then the pandemic.
The
And it
pandemic.
took the wind out of our sails. So everything kind of just relaxed, and we got through the pandemic. And actually, this is the 10th. We're going into the 10th year anniversary of the suicide, so we relaunched the video because September is Suicide Prevention Month.
Very important.
And we're going to get the band up and going again, and we're going to get out there.
Excellent.
Excellent. And I have to reiterate this, Matt. I commend you, Scott, for continuing to raise awareness on what you've gone through and suicide prevention and making sure that you're continuing the conversation. Because yes, September is Suicide Awareness Month, and it's important to continue this conversation and to continue to celebrate, obviously, your brother, because you want to celebrate his legacy and what he meant to you, your family, because it was definitely, it was tragic for you. But you did not give up. You did not give up. You pushed forward. And now with the band, you're able to really shine and maybe even representing him too, because I'm sure he's watching over you.
I think the best feeling that I got out of it is what it's done on Facebook. We've promoted it, pushed it out there in the comments, and I didn't think the song would touch people in the way it did.
What kind of reaction do you get from it in the comments, or the people coming to you personally? Just what do you
Yes, and we tried to. Brian Santiago's our manager, and he handles all my everything. He's just the greatest guy in the world. He also directed and storyboarded the video and the story. So we try to get to all the comments, but a lot of people are like, those were my words too, so it's just, it really touches you.
Right. Let's just to kind of briefly talk more about the band. So what does your band consist of, and the members? Let's give them a little shout out, because it truly does take a village.
Yes. Well, the band right now, we kind of went on a hiatus from when the pandemic hit, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing now. Bubby Jackson was our lead guitarist. He's off, has Jackson Station now, and he's doing a little bit of his thing. John Rafos is the bass player. A funny story about John, his birthday and my brother's birthday are the same day. How eerie is that?
Oh, wow.
And then Ben Bremhill, who's my drummer, I believe right now him and his wife just have a newborn. So everybody's a little busy. So we'll get together soon and we'll try to start. I've been in the studio myself, just, writing and having some fun. So we'll see how this all goes, re-releasing the video. I'm here on this wonderful show with you guys today.
We're going to watch it soon, I believe, yes.
And hopefully good things will come, and hopefully, if it touches one person and helps one person, then
you've done your job, right?
Yes, yep. I believe in that.
Yep.
I really do. If you touch one person, it's all worth it. That's success. And never look at, and I always tell people this advice, never look at the numbers. Oh, I need 100, 1,000 people. No. Don't one person.
Yep.
You've touched one person, you've changed someone's, probably their path, their decision. So that, and that's important that you always keep that in your heart as you continue your journey as a musician and artist. Now, I did have a chance to look on your website. You have a very nice website.
It is very nice.
Very nice website. I was able to listen to some of the music, so you have that nicely connected, which it was very helpful for me, because I'm like, oh, let me listen. I like to listen to the different artists that we have on Good Morning Wilmington. I always like to make sure I hear, their music prior them to joining, because I love music. I come from a musically oriented family, so I love music. So very nice website, very easy to navigate. So no excuses.
The credit goes to Brian.
Right, what's the website?
It's ScottSeisler.com. That's ScottSeislerBand.com. It's really easy, and it's like you said, everything's there. That the story, the video, it's all there. Even some merchandise too. We had all this merchandise ready when we were going to go do festivals.
Right. Nice. So listen, before we go, we want to show people the video.
Okay.
So can you tee it up for us, and then we're going to go to the video. If you want to look over this camera over my shoulder, kind of tee it up what we're about to watch.
You're watching the story of my brother's, what had happened. There was a phone call that I received and a phone call that I missed. So it was that, and it's about the guilt that you hold, even though it's not your fault. And I think that's the most important part. I think survivors, we feel like there's more we could have done. And I think that's what it's about.
first time you called and told me, I said, go back. I didn't understand just where your heart was at. In such a scary moment, thought you would fight back. All makes so much sense now. I just forgot to act. I stopped the first time, I missed the last. And why didn't you call so I could turn you back? Oh, this heart is broken now, forever last. I failed you, my brother. No, I can never go back. I never know the sadness you felt in your heart, and always acting so strong, like there was no one loving you back. And all alone on a dark, deserted island, with no one but those demons in your mind. Then you made your choice, and you never look back. I stopped the first time, I missed the last. And why didn't you call so I could turn you back? Oh, this heart is broken now, forever last. I failed you, my brother. No, I can never go back. Time passes and nothing changes. I ask the questions, the answers are no. Does it really matter? We're all to blame, just waiting for a call that never came. I stopped the first time, I missed the last. And why didn't you call so I could turn you back? Oh, this heart is broken now, forever last. I failed you, my brother. No, I can never go back. I stopped the first time, I missed the last. And why didn't you call so I could turn you back? Oh, this heart is broken now, forever last. I failed you, my brother. No, I can never go back. No, we can never go back. No, I can never go back. No, you can never come back.
Powerful.
Yeah, yeah. No, that one definitely just created a silence in the room.
Yeah.
It did. So, Scott, thank you for putting together something of this caliber, because it's important to continue to talk about your brother and what you went through, and continuing the conversation about suicide and suicide prevention. And you never know someone's life you're saving by just putting something together. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Really, thank you for sharing that with us here, and we were very honored that we were able to show our viewers.
We
a little
also
bit of what
partnered
you've
with
gone through.
we partnered with Bring Change to Mind, which is Glenn Close's organization. So any monies that we've made on the video or on any merchandise or the sale of the album, we are donating.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Scott, we're at the end of the show,
I know.
but thank
Yeah.
you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming
guys.
on.
Remind us one more time the website
yes.
so we can check out
ScottSeisler.com.
ScottSeisler.com.
That's
There you go, there you go.
What's up, everyone? It's your main man, Big Ob, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing co-host.
Vincenza.
We just stopped by to tell you to be sure, if you want any information on what's going on in Wilmington and to meet some dynamic people doing some amazing and great things, be sure to watch us live on Good Morning Wilmington on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Oh, Ivan, 10 a.m.
Which he said, 10 a.m.
Listen to me. That's why he has me here. But yes, tune in live, 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington.
DETVCH.com.